Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Miha and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I will show you an AI tool you can use to create audio. Now, you may have seen advertisements for companies like 11 Labs or Artist. Their tools allow you to create, mimic, modify, or completely replicate people's voices. The tool I'll show you today adds music on top of that. I'm showcasing this tool for a couple of reasons. One, I think it's interesting to see how far this technology has evolved in just a couple of years. And two, this can be genuinely helpful. If you are working on materials to promote your program or your organization, and these are digital materials, you might want to add a jingle to them. So this might be one way to create something custom just for you. It could also make a fun icebreaker, right? Rather than tossing a ball around and memorizing people's names, you could have people create their own jingles, almost like a custom karaoke, and use that as an introduction tool. Or maybe you just want to have some fun and create music with your friends and share it online. The tool that we will explore today is called SunoAI. I prefer SunoAI because their UI is simple and the tool is pretty powerful even in the free version. Paid version does offer some benefits, and I'll showcase those in the video in case you are considering a subscription. So let's jump to the lab and create some music. Welcome to the lab. Let's get started with SunoAI. Once you make your account, you'll be greeted with this front page. Now, Suno will immediately show you on your homepage music that others have created. And you can listen to any one of these tracks. These are things that others have created using this tool. This might give you a sense for what's possible. But we're going to create our own music. We won't listen to others yet. And we'll go to create. You click this button here, and this takes you to the creation workspace. I'll walk you through just a couple of important things. Up here, this 50, this is how many credits you have. Like many other AI platforms, they give you a certain number of credits you can use for free. After that, you'll have to buy more credits or get a subscription. 50 should be enough to make one or two songs. They have a simple and a custom option. Under simple, you can just tell it what your song should sound like. You can upload some lyrics and go with it, or you can activate custom mode, which gives us a little bit more freedom and we can enter our lyrics ourselves. And this is what we will do. We will actually use ChatGPT to create the lyrics and import them into Suno. And then finally, up here on the top, there are the basic models. Just like all of the large language models out there, whether you use Claude or Gemini, ChatGPT, they all have different models you can select from. There are some that are free, some that require subscriptions. Again, the basic model here, 4.5, is good enough for most basic needs. First, let's turn to ChatGPT to write lyrics for us. You could, of course, write your own lyrics. I do not have those kind of skills, so I will rely on ChatGPT. And here you can see how you can integrate the different AI tools together. So let's go to ChatGPT. Now, this is my professional ChatGPT subscription, so this model does know a little bit more about me, and it knows about my YouTube channel. So let's ask it to write a song about Dr. Miha's YouTube channel. All right, so let's see what ChatGPT came up with. All right, here's some silly lyrics about my YouTube channel. And we'll just go with, of course, we could continue editing and working with it. Now it knows I've used Suno AI before. So of course it's suggesting, would you like to structure for Suno AI? I'll say yes. Now, if you haven't, you can simply ask it to please structure this for Suno AI. You could, of course, do all of this on your own, but if we're going to use AI to generate this, let's just try to make the whole thing through AI. So here, I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'll post the lyrics, of course, and link to the song in the video description below. But now let's copy this directly into Suno AI. So first thing, let's take our lyrics. So I'm just going to copy paste the entire lyrics here. And in Suno AI, I'm just going to paste it right in the lyrics button. Again, you could use Suno to write lyrics as well. I just prefer to do it in ChatGPT because then also have a record of the song that I wrote and maybe recreate it later. So here is our song. Here's all the lyrics. They're just pasted in here. And for our style, we are going to, again, copy the style. All right, so here's the style, and we have some advanced options here. You can choose the vocal gender, so we'll do male, lyrics mode. We'll just leave it on manual. So weirdness is how far it's going to kind of deviate from your instructions. So let's turn that up a little bit. Oh, and we can't do it in the free plan. All right. So that's the first limitation. I'm assuming that weirdness and style we can't play around with if we have the free plan. And then here is the title of the song. Click Learn Lead. All right. And we're going to click Create. And this is all it takes for Suno AI to start working on our music. And in this case, you'll see it'll always create at least two. All right, so here are our songs. This took about, what, a minute or so to generate. Now, it usually generates two songs. We've got four here because the top two are actually promotions for their upgraded plan. We'll ignore those right now. But here are our two songs. If you go to library on the left, you'll find all the songs you have ever generated. And of course, you can sort them and organize them. So we've got two here. One is 2 minutes, 51 seconds. One is 2 minutes, 16 seconds. They will have the same lyrics. They'll be the same style, but they will be slightly different. Again, I'll post these in the video description if you want to listen to the whole video. I'll just show you the first part of the shorter one. So here is Click Learn Lead. We have a description here. You can add captions, dates. You can share them, add comments, all kinds of stuff. But let's just listen to what it created. So we'll just go up to the chorus so you see what this tool can do with the simple instructions that we gave it.
Whoa! Hey! Hey! I used to grade in silence, paper stacked up to the sky. Then AI knocked and whispered, let me help you give it a try. Now I've got lessons with some flair. Click subscribe if you dare. Leadership meets algorithms, rocking wisdom everywhere. Click learn lead, turn it up loud. Bring AI to the public crowd.
All right, we'll pause it there. But it's impressive, right, that this was generated in about a minute. So this is what the tool can do, and you can generate multiple songs. And if we go back to create, you'll see that, again, we still have 40 credits left. So we could easily create another 6 or 7 songs here. So it's pretty impressive what you get for free. There's a lot more you can do here, of course, in the library. If you click the 3 little dots here, you can edit, remix, create. You can create playlists, etc. You can create all kinds of art. That's all AI generated. So there's a lot of things you can do. But a lot of this will be limited in the free version. So if you go under the top for the editor, you'll see that both the editor and the studio itself will be behind a pro version. So if we click this, it will ask us to upgrade. So this is what you can do with the free plan. Is basically just make songs, download them, share them. Let me show you what you can do with a paid subscription, just to show you what a kind of editing power the tool has. This might help you decide whether or not you might want to get the paid version. Now, this is my personal account, so I have a lot of songs in here that are already generated. So what we're going to do here is we're going to recreate the song we just made in the free version, and then I'll show you what you can do with the editing tool. So let's just I'll quickly replicate what we did earlier and then start editing. So here we go. Same lyrics, same style. We just turned the weirdness up a little bit, letting it a little bit more creative. Same song name. And let's just do create. So we're doing replicated and everything else. All right, our songs are done. Just as the free version, it generated 2 different versions of the song. You will notice the lengths are different. That's because these are different songs. So they were generated from scratch. But you'll notice the lyrics are the same. Again, I'll play just the first part so you can see that there is a little bit of a difference, and I'll show you the editor.
Whoa! I used to grade in silence, paper stacked up to the sky. Then AI knocked and whispered, let me help you give it a try. Now I got less.
All right, we'll pause it there. So same lyrics, same instructions, similar style, but the song is somewhat different, right? Because it is regenerated. So what can we do with this? Well, we can edit this, and there are some pretty interesting editing tools that you have at your disposal. I'll go back to our library just to show you. So if we click the 3 arrows here this time, you'll see that we can open them in an editor and a studio. And I'll just show you a few basic things you can do just again to showcase the tool. I highly recommend you play around with this if you find this useful. So if we open the song in an editor, I think this is actually their legacy editor. So this is the simple one. It allows you to do some simple things like changing out the lyrics, modifying some of the audio. And also it allows you to add voices or add your own vocals should you choose to do that. All right, so here we are in the editor. There's a whole bunch of things you can do, and it's got a pretty good tutorial that will walk you through it. All right, now let's see what you can do with the lyrics themselves. This tool does allow you to edit lyrics. So if I go to the lyrics of the song, let's say we want to change a part of it. So here we go. We have I used to grade in silence. So let's say we want to change this from I used to grade in silence to I like ice cream. I know it doesn't make sense in this context, but let's just go with it. I'm going to hit replace. And what it should do is take that first line, I used to grade silence, and replace it with I like ice cream. And by the way, anytime you do this kind of stuff in the editor, it will cost credits. All right. And it created two different versions, just like with songs. It'll always give you two options you can pick from. So I'm going to play it here again, just to give you a sense of how good the tool is for replacing lyrics after the song has been created. So here we replace the first part with I like ice cream.
I like ice cream, paper stacked up to the sky.
Pretty smooth transition. I think you can't really tell that we edited this and added new lines instead. So this is what you can do. And of course, you can go through and just edit whatever you don't like, right? If you don't like the chorus, you can select the whole chorus and just change it with a new chorus, right? And you can work, of course, with ChatGPT to help edit it further, etc. Again, keep in mind that any of these edits you do, one, will require a paid subscription, and two, it will cost you credit. So there's a limited amount of work like this that you can do. So is this as powerful as a professional editing tool? No, it's not. But for everyday casual use, yes, it is. It's pretty simple to use. You can add your own vocals as well. Again, we'll go back to the studio. You can do a lot of amazing things here, but this requires the highest subscription plan. And here we can do everything from replacing specific parts of the song. You can add input, activate your microphone, record yourself. There's a lot of things that you can do. All right, let's go back to our library. So once you're done with the songs, you can download them and save them on your computer and share them with your friends. We touched kind of the surface here. I think with the free plan, you can create music, you can create songs just fine. But if you want the extra editing tools, then you will have to pay for a subscription. I hope this video gave you some ideas of what you could do with these tools. They are fairly powerful and they're pretty easy to start using. Now, is it worth getting the upgraded plans? I think the answer is it depends on your use case. If you want to do a little bit more tweaking, if you want to add custom vocals, maybe you want to record yourself and your friends, then yes, you will have to upgrade the tool to get the full benefits of their editor. But for everyday use, just for simple programs, for simple projects, I don't think you necessarily have to get the upgraded plans. Now, there are some important legal and ethical considerations to keep in mind. Like all large language models, this tool was trained on human material, right? Somebody's music was digested by these tools that these tools use to learn so that they can now create new music. The question is it really new? To what extent is it derivative? These are interesting questions and ones that are at this point, at least, still going through the courts. It's worth keeping a close eye on what happens. And of course, there's an ethical dimension here. Will these tools actually replace artists? I don't think so, at least not on a professional level. Professional editors, professional musicians still develop work that, in my opinion, is superior to what tools like Suno can deliver. However, it should be noted that there are some pretty big players behind these tools. SunoAI, for example, is backed by Warner Brothers. So there are some pretty big corporations with a lot of experience and extensive music libraries behind some of these tools, at least SunoAI. And so there are some ethical questions here, right? What are these tools being trained on? And are artists being properly compensated? These type of legal and ethical implications are really important to keep in mind. You need to decide on your own how comfortable you are using these tools or in what instances you think they are appropriate. I hope you'll enjoy making your own music and exploring tools like Suno AI. As always, if you enjoyed this video and like our content, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.